Hi, my loves. It's Jeremy, Lady Girl from Around the Way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I wanted to come to y'all with a quick conversation about fellow YouTuber Funky Dineva. Now, I typically don't have these kind of conversations because, being in a YouTube space, those girlies are like top of the line and they have enough mess going on as it is. But I really want to use this time and space to affirm a lot of Black women. And so because I am coming with a good energy about it, I decided I wanted to discuss. Now, Funky Dineva has recently been involved with a scandal with Tamar Braxton. And although I think that Tamar was full of it and really could have cleared the air and everything like this, Funky Dineva is a person who I feel like at the minimum, you got to understand and know that he is a major player in this space. Okay. At the minimum, he is a major player in the space now and entertaining. But there are so many complaints about his interest or dislike or disdain for Black women. I think that that's a narrative that is old and tired when it comes to people who are in the LGBTQ community, specifically Black gay men. And I just don't want to add more conversation around such a negative thing, right? But apparently he's under recent fire again because he is basically saying that, Black women who work in cubicles can't say nothing to him, yada, yada, yada. And I'll play a small piece of that right here.
Never upset my makeup
or disturb my tears for no bitch that get up and go to work every day.
There is nothing that
a bitch who work out of a cubicle or a desk with a name placard on it, or there is nothing who bitch last name appear with a 3-digit extension next to the name on the company
directory that can ever say to me to upset my makeup and disturb my tears. Baby, we don't even play in the same life.
Now, I want to preface this conversation by saying that when you are in the public eye, you have to have a certain level of thick skin. You have to have a certain understanding that, we are not the same and we are different. And so a person who is able to make money via their creative talents is going to feel differently than a person who has to get up and go to work every day, like he stated in this video. Now, and I'm not saying that, Funky Dineva is a superstar. I'm not saying that he doesn't have fame in his own right. But it doesn't matter if you're a local celebrity hood star, it comes with a certain level of hate. So for him to kind of clap back, and I don't really know the context, but I feel like there's just been this conversation around Funky Dineva for long enough about his disdain and dislike for Black women. And I just think that the energy behind it seemed very superior and very nasty. Again, I know that a lot of celebrities need to have celebrities and similar to alike celebrities. Funky Dineva has been in the game for years. He is one of the first YouTubers to really make the commentary space even pop. Right? We're gonna give Q his things, and he's very aspirational. He's very aspirational to a lot of the girlies who started commentary channels and, Real Housewives and TV shows and everything like this. I think that he is in a space where he is kind of lashing out and taking up his space in a way that is unapologetic. And that's okay. However, there is a way to do that with a certain level of decorum and class, because yes, you are making money on YouTube and you have created a lane and a space for yourself and you are a self-proclaimed rich bitch. But I'm sure your mama, your auntie, your cousin, your sister, somebody's in a cubicle working, to take care of you when you were a child. Your daddy or somebody was a working person, and I think to come with this level of nastiness and to kind of shit on people who get up and go to work every day, it's just really kind of seems to be misplaced anger, and it can come off nasty when you know that a lot of your demographic is made up of Black women who go to work every day and take care of their home, their responsibilities, oftentimes children, without the help of a man. And they look to Funky to have a little piece of relief while in the cubicle, while working. T.S. Madison and Craig Stewart have said similar things. And it's almost like a shade and a slight. Now, the shade is normal because, that's what we come to see. That's what we come to watch. But to come at the audience with the same type of energy as a Cardi B, saying that y'all buy them up to 3X's when, girl, we just sold out your product. It's kind of counterintuitive. And while I understand what he's saying, y'all can't move me, y'all can't shake me, y'all got to get up and go to work, it's the way that you're doing it. And the fact that you can exclude a whole group, a whole community, a whole, whatever of people seems irresponsible for someone who has such a platform and someone who has been in the public light for years now and who fortunately has not have to work a 9 to 5, right? And especially in this economy, y'all, shit is hard. A lot of the YouTubers and streamers, they all are struggling to a certain degree. They all have a certain level of struggle. What he could have said was something like, you bitches who don't want to pursue your own passions and actions and are not in control of it, whatever. But to just shade a woman for getting up and to working every day, that's just nasty work. And then, to be quite honest, he may not go in and punch in at a cubicle, but he has to show up at a studio now. He has to put up his green screen. He has to clock in to a certain level. He has to still do work. The work may be different, but we're all working. None of us, I don't say none of us, most of us are not born with generational wealth, right? So we have to perform a certain level of work at some capacity. The work may look different, but, if he doesn't go live, remember when he left TGIF, he was going live every day, streaming at the same time as them and has built himself up. YouTube and content creation is a hustle. Okay. And what I mean by hustle, I'm not saying it's a side job. What I mean is it's work and you have to hustle to clock in. He's on a live and he's clocked in. It's just a reframe. And so I'm saying this to you, Black women who are here under the sound of my voice, and even some of the girlies who are in the LGBTQ community, right? There is more power and strength when we are unified, and there is not the separation of, well, I'm the one that's cute and I'm the one that's lit and I'm the one that's this and you the one that's that. Understand what I'm saying? That's even more divisive and it's, again, counterintuitive for what we want to build, or at least what I foresee building in the cultural commentary space. Okay? And this is no shade. This is no slight. This is just talking for real, like with my emotions and looking at it objectively. What he said was absolutely wrong, girl. If you're at work at your job right now, taking care of your bills and you're surviving and you're doing it in this economy, kudos to you. Okay? Kudos to you, whether you're in a cubicle or selling cooch. You out here making it and you're thriving, period, and a point blank. You understand what I'm saying? Another piece of this that I want to kind of mention is just the superiority complex when it comes to certain gay men that are in the community and they feel like they are superior or supreme to Black women. I don't know what that is. I don't understand that. And I know that there are several of people who are in the LGBTQ community. If you could, help me further understand, babes, help me understand where is that coming from? Because a lot of those Black men are raised by Black women. And so to grow up and to shit on them, it's like, come on now. It's giving patriarchy. It's giving misogyny. Okay. Like, it is what it is, especially with the beef with the women, the Black women and the gay men. I don't like it. I think it's very ugly. And again, wherever you are under the sound of my voice, whether you working from home, you work in a creative field, or you work as a damn plumber, bitch, make that money. Don't let it make you. You hear what I'm saying? And just to be fair and extend a little grace, I can only imagine the amount of scrutiny that he was recently under with the whole Tamar, debacle and the scandal and the, controversy and the what's the girl name? Not Lauren. What's the girl name? Claudia thing. Like, I can only imagine him really just being tired of it. And, in his defense, like, he has created a lane. He has put in the work. And I think that's what he was trying to say. Like, listen, I'm not taking advice from someone who wants to do what I'm doing but can't. You understand what I'm saying? When it's like, being picked on by someone who wants to be a content creator, but they see your shit and they're like, oh, how could you, that's terrible. But where your shit at? Okay. I get it, y'all. It's not lost on me how people always like to scrutinize and criticize people for doing things that they couldn't even wrap their mind around, right? However, I don't think that it's time to just dogpile and say, well, whatever. Like, it's the way that you go about it. And then again, maybe he's just tired and sick of having to say those things, and people are miserable at their jobs. And the thing is, people could be miserable if they're doing something in the creative field too. Okay? They could be miserable and sad and typing with their Twitter fingers as well. The goal is to be happy in life. The goal is to have a mental stability. The goal is to have mental clarity, health, wealth, and abundance. And that may look differently for everybody. Someone who's working a 9 to 5 and living a very, what I would say, traditional nuclear standard life may be very, very happy than someone who has, access to money, wealth, and privilege and all of these different things, and they're not happy. So more importantly, it's about your mental state and your mindset. And this is why what we do over here, we're reframing our paradigms, we're reframing our mindset so we can live the life that we deserve. Okay, so that when someone comes along and they say, bitch, I don't like your content, I don't like anything about you, you can say, you know what, that's fine, because I'm still doing me and whatever, keep it pushing, whatever. Without having to bash and thrash somebody who is obviously already maybe not even equaling up. Another thing I want to mention here, and this is specifically to my mamitas, okay? The black girlies over here who are, or black or colored, or however you decide. Well, not even colored, girl, because that's a whole nother thing. Okay? If you are here and you are a woman and you understand what I'm trying to say, you picking up what I'm putting down, Black women and women in general need to get away from being in proximity to people who are into degradation. Okay, it's unfortunate that we live in a society where people like that type of thing. This is why you guys go to the trainers and they're telling you, lazy bitch, get up, bop, 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 you're big back, da, 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 da. Y'all like this. This is why you listen to some of these motivational speakers who want to curse you out. You need an accountability coach just so they can curse you out, because that's what you're used to. I want y'all to know that it's a trauma response, okay? It's a trauma response to still patron and to still be in connection with someone who obviously doesn't really like you, doesn't really care about your mental well-being, but you continue to show up. It's because it's like you need that. That's something that is a trauma response, and we need to get away and step away from the fact that people will say and do whatever, and we just go back like, oh, he ain't talking about me though. He talking about them big backs. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Do not engage in anything that makes you feel less confident, that makes you or tries to demean or belittle your power. That's out. That's it. And I don't give a fuck who it is. Now that I don't care who it is. Okay. YouTuber, celebrity, mama, daddy, whoever. We're not doing that in this season. I hope you guys are well. I missed you guys so much. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Drop down in the comments. Is this a drag? Is this a reach? Or are you feeling what I'm saying? Okay. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.